Calling on Creeps, Chapter 4. Aye! Tasha opened her mouth in an angry scream. She tugged at her right hair with both hands. You creep! Ricky, you creep! She cried. She shouldn't call people names, but she had good reason to be angry at me. I had erased the whole front page. The screen glowed at us. Blank. No words. No pictures. Uh, sorry, I murmured. Maybe I can get it back, Tasha told Melly. Maybe there's a way to find it and pull it back up. Tasha shoved me out of the way, picked up her chair, and sat down. Oh! She let out another cry when she realized she had sat in a puddle of soda. Staring at the empty screen, she began typing furiously. I could see that the keys were still wet and sticky. She kept making mistakes, backing up, typing again. Typing, typing, muttering under her breath the whole time. No use, no good. The front page refused to come back. Finally, she gave up with a loud groan. She tossed her hair in the air with both hands and turned to me with a growl. You creep, she cried. All that work, lost. I swallowed hard. Tasha, it was an accident, I muttered. Really, it was just an accident. You little creep, Tasha shrieked. Melly stood beside her, glaring at me angrily, shaking her head. Wart pushed me, I cried. I turned to the table. Wart and David had vanished from the room. You're off the paper, Tasha screamed. Get out, Ricky. You're out of here. Huh? My heart stopped for a second. No, Tasha, wait, I pleaded. Get out. Get out. She made shoe motions with her both hands, the way you shoo away a dog. You're off the paper. I mean it. But, but, I sputtered like an outboard motor. But I need the activity points. Please give me a second chance. Please, I begged. Out, Tasha insisted. Melly tisk-tissed and shook her head. You're so unfair, I wailed. I know. I sounded like a baby, but give me a break. It was really unfair. I turned and slunk to the door, and guess who was standing there? Guess who had watched the whole ugly scene? You're right, Iris. Her first day of school, and she already knew what a loser I was. What are you doing here? I asked glumly. They said I needed an after-school activity, so I thought I'd try the newspaper, Iris replied. She followed me down the empty hall. But I don't think I want to join the newspaper. That red-headed girl is really mean. Tell me about it, I muttered, rolling my eyes. She shouldn't have called you a creep, Iris continued. It was just an accident. She's horrible. She should give you another chance. Maybe Iris and I will become good friends, I thought. I pulled my blue parka from my locker, then Iris and I made our way out of the building. The afternoon sun was already dropping behind the houses and bare trees. It gets dark so early here in the winter. Patches of snow on the lawns and sidewalk gleamed dully as we walked toward the street. Which way is your house? I asked, shook my backpack full of my parka. Iris pointed. Mine too, I said. We started walking together. I didn't really feel like talking. I was still totally upset about getting kicked out from the newspaper, but I felt glad that Iris was on my side. We crossed the street and made our way up the next block. A tall hedge stretched out along the entire block, broken only by driveways. Some kids had marked off the street for a street hockey game. They were skating back and forth, leaning on their sticks, cheering and shouting. Do you skate? Iris asked. A little, I told her. My roller brakes are kind of broken. The brakes came loose and I always took my brakes off. She said, it's a lot more fun without the brakes, don't you think? I started to answer, but a sound from behind the tall hedge made me stop. Was someone whispering? Did I hear her giggling? Iris and I kept walking. She was telling me something about how kids skated in the town she moved from. I didn't really listen. I kept hearing footsteps, whispers, scraping sounds from the other side of the hedge. Finally, I raised a finger to my lips. Iris, shh, I whispered, her blue eyes wide in surprise. Ricky, what's the matter? I think we're being followed, I told her.